Hello and welcome to another WriterlyWitterings. Since this is the first one of the new year, 2015, thanks a lot for looking in and Happy New Year. It's not neat vodka, it's just gin, don't worry. Tasty. Right, so I thought for the first post it would be a very good idea to have some objectives for 2015 and what I intend to do. But first, of course, I ought to apologise for the fact that this is the first. It is today the 11th of January, so I've been a bit remiss. It's been over 2.5 weeks since the last blog post went up. The reason for that is that we had a slightly unfortunate accident at home. We have now 2 MacBook Airs. MacBook Airs are delightful little machines. They're light, they're easy to use, they work with Scriven, they work with all my software, so that everything I put onto this computer I can put straight onto the MacBook Air. But of course the one thing about a MacBook Air is it's called an Air, it's not called a MacBook Water. So when some water got spilled on the damn thing, not me I hasten to add, unfortunately it blew the main motherboard, it blew the battery, it blew everything inside it. So the cost of replacing the damaged items inside would have been cheaper, would have been considerably more expensive than buying a new laptop. So thank goodness, is all I can say, for John Lewis Insurance, because the house policy is with them, bless them, and they paid for the lot. So thanks to John Lewis, what jolly good chaps. Anyway, objectives 2015. First thing is, because this is YouTube, I'll go the wrong way round. The first thing I'm going to be looking at is filming an awful lot more. I've got a brilliant camera for taking videos, which is my Nikon. Unfortunately, although it's a brilliant camera, the microphone isn't, and we need to have a decent microphone, so I've got to investigate microphones so that we can film more while out walking around the moors and showing you some of the areas where the books are actually set. So that's one objective, do more filming, which will require a decent microphone, and the microphone's going to have a woolly cover because it is hellishly blowy up there. That's good. I'm going to be doing a completion of all of the videos of the different books that I've written already. I will also, I've had permission or acceptance from Simon & Schuster to go in and do some recording with them so that I can do a video which is all about how books get published, what publishers do. So I've set up so that we can go in and speak to the editor, the copy editor, proofreader, various people all the way through, and I'm hoping we'll be able to get to the printers too and do some film of the books actually being printed. If that all comes off, it'll be a miracle, but I'm hoping that it will. So that's that. More videos on Dartmoor, more videos on publishing. I'm also looking at, to get back to the important thing, which is the stuff that actually pays the mortgage here, I'm writing a book currently which is a modern day crime book based around a local pub. It's an interesting one, believe me, it's a good story, good characters. I'm looking forward to getting that finished. As soon as I've done that, I've got to crack on with the third in the trilogy, which started with Fields of Glory. The second book, Blood on the Sand, is going to be out in June, and I've now got to write the third book in the trilogy, Poitiers. As soon as that's finished, I'm then going to write another Baldwin and Simon book. So many people have been demanding another book with Baldwin and Simon that basically I haven't got too much choice. I've got to write that. So yes, I will be writing another Baldwin and Simon book. That then leads on to the third thing I'm going to do this year, which is looking at crowdfunding. There is no way I can get books published myself, I've discovered. I've been looking into it for 2 years now, and trying to get a book published just works out to be hellishly expensive, and I haven't got the money to invest. I'm an author, I'm afraid I'm broke. So what I'm going to do is see if it's feasible to get some crowdfunding together, and with that I'll be trying to get Act of Vengeance and also the next Simon and Baldwin book published separately, if I can't get someone else interested in Simon and Baldwin, obviously. So there you go, that's all good. But then I've also got a third project which I'm looking forward to trying out, which is all about painting a damn sight more. I've been doing some watercolours and successfully selling them, oddly enough. It is weird, I would never have thought that I would sell them, but people seem to like what I do, and that's good news. I'm not actually as talented as my daughter, I hasten to add. She is in the room and she gets really embarrassed why I mentioned that, which is why I mentioned that. But still, I like painting the odd Dartmoor scene. And what I'm going to try to do is paint a series of pictures that are based on each of the books, which are based on the books that are based on Dartmoor anyway. So I'm going to try to go through and paint some of the key scenes. So I've already got a couple of outlines for Simon's house, how that looked. I'm going to go and do one of Thurston Manor, which is where Baldwin was based, and then some of the different scenes around as well, different pubs and so on. So that hopefully people who are interested in the series can see that there's some of these pictures. And what I'm going to try to do is get them printed up, both as note cards but also as small paintings that you can have in a frame as a print, and see how that goes. So that, I think, is going to be more than enough for me to cope with. There's various other projects. I've got speaking engagements to do. I've got to I'm helping organise the AsparaWriting Festival. If you're interested in that, in learning how to write, AsparaWriting there's going to be links down the bottom here, but the main objective of all that is AsparaWriting is for those who are aspiring writers, to get advice from professionals. It's not a big gig where professional writers are going to come in and rip you to shreds. The whole concept is that it's going to be motivational and interesting for both sides. So you go along, you learn how to write, and you can buy an author like me a drink. That's a good idea. I like that. Just thought. I've still got some. So, there you go. And there's one final thing I've got to mention. You may notice I've got a friend beside me now. This is the Tinner's Rabbit. I have been given this as being the dancer for Tinner's Morris, who has not turned up to enough practices but has still managed to achieve all of the dances. And so Tinner's Rabbit here is there to motivate me and remind me what I ought to be doing, and I'm going to be taking him when I go dancing, and possibly when I do festivals and gigs, just so that he can keep an eye on me. A beady eye. And that's about it, really. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget, subscribe to it. I'm going to be linking this to blog posts so that if you are interested, you can go and see what I'm blogging about as well. Like the video, share it, make comments. The comments section's all down there. You can go and do that. Tell your friends about it, because basically I really could do with the publicity. So that's about it. Hope that made sense. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.